And now, live from Hong Kong, it's Late Night with Goldthread. Our host, Victoria Ho, with special guest, Ravi Hiranand. It's Late Night with Goldthread. Might not actually be nighttime.
Hey everybody. So, my name is Victoria, I'm with Goldthread, and I'm here today with our special guest, Ravi Hiranand from Abacus.
Sister publication. And actually, this is a big excuse for me to try and taste test the new China-only Oreos, and I really wanted Ravi to try them too.
I'm really excited about trying them. This is the Hot Wings one, and there's a Wasabi one. Now, I love wasabi, but this Hot Wings one looks... Hang on, I'm trying to angle it right. It looks gross. Like, the wings on this box... Oh.
You gotta look at it. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I don't know. My arm's a bit longer. Hang on. Yeah, like, that's just... Oh, it looks so gross. It looks... But that's the fun of trying it, right?
That's the fun of trying it.
People want to see us throw up on camera.
Which one do you want to try first?
Hot
do you want to wash out? Which one do you want to end on?
Wasabi.
That's the question.
I feel like the wasabi one won't be deadly, so let's go with the Hot Wings one first.
Okay.
Also, speaking of just little excuses for stuff, you have a guy on your team who wears a hat all day, every day in the office.
That's right.
So in honor of him, I'm wearing this hat here now. What's up, Mario? Also, I just really wanted to wear a hat to work. Gary, can I wear a hat to work every day? Thanks, man.
I don't see why not.
All right, let's...
Anyway, your hat is very on brand.
It's very on brand.
Very you.
Very, very.
It comes in these little packets.
So you can...
So you can share. Okay, also, you can ration. Yeah, basically.
Okay, the first part of the test has to be the smell test.
You smell it. I feel like it'll smell like Oreos.
Oh, no. Smell it. It's Oreos and a bit of Hot Wings.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that smell.
That's oh. I mean, it's like you know, like you've eaten some Hot Wings and then you didn't wipe your hands and then you.
That is gross and accurate at the same time.
So they're just like regular Oreos. So the story behind this is that these wings only came out last week, I think. These wings, these Oreos just came out last week, and they're a hot item. I bought them.
Hot item. I see what you did there. I
bought them immediately off Taobao. Does this sound sketchy to you?
Yes, it does.
I bought them immediately off Taobao, but it's not sketchy. I bought them from the official store, and they came to the office like 3 days later. So it's been sitting on my desk, and everybody's been like, I want to try it. And I'm like, no. Me and Ravi are going to try it first, live.
It's hard to tell, but like it's a little bit orange. It looks like an Oreo. Like the biscuit looks fine, but the filling is a little bit orange.
You can do the...
Oh, yeah, that would be an easier way of doing it. She's much smarter than I am.
Okay. Right. All in one go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh. I don't know.
It tastes like Oreo with a side of body odor. Sorry, but it does.
Oh.
Even more awkwardly, I'm gonna have a second bite even after saying that.
I put the whole thing in my mouth, so I didn't want to crumb up the place.
Oh, my bad.
Thank you for saying that. That's not selling it very well. I will say that it actually is a bit spicy. Just a tiny bit. Like the way that Japanese curry is spicy. You know, just like a hint of it. Like a breath of spice. Like, yeah. Okay.
What it tastes like to me is, have you ever had those chicken biscuits? They used to sell them here in Hong Kong. I can't remember who used to make them. Like little,
savory biscuits, but they're sweet. They're still sweet.
Yeah,
These things
you get the
sweet.
sweet chocolate, but you get that little kind of chicken salty bit to it, and then you get hit by like the spice at the end, like the kind of, like you said, like a little bit like a mild Japanese curry spice.
Yeah.
Look at me being all professional in my food terms.
Speaking of Japanese, here we go.
Well, Just speaking of Japanese, but again, looking at the box, the thing that I find really funny about this is they've used the cheap wasabi and they put it on the box. Not like the real wasabi, it's like the colored horseradish. And it's like, if you're going to draw a picture on, at least draw the nice stuff, right? Why are you drawing the cheap, like, so the
They want to
supermarket
maintain.
toothpastey ones?
They just want to maintain expectations, really.
Okay, stuff that's green always looks better than orange somehow.
Really, I
get like a minty flavor, not like
I really disagree.
not like a moldy Rossi thing, but like a minty thing.
Like a minty thing. Yeah, there you go. Just want to show it to the camera.
Yeah,
It's like it's a food green. It's not like a neon green.
Karen likes my hat. Good call, Karen. It's a good hat.
It's a good hat. Here we go. Oh. Oh. No, it really tastes like wasabi actually. But like sweet. It's less sweet than the hot wings. It's not. I mean, obviously it doesn't. It doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't burn like mustard or horseradish or. Oh, I take it back. This is very mild afterburn. You get it? Right at the end. Oh, so weird.
And the weird thing about it is it doesn't. I don't know how to describe this. It feels. It's almost like a walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, but isn't a duck. That's what it feels like. Like it kind of has elements of wasabi, but it's absolutely not at all. Like,
Yeah.
It's got like this slight kind of hint that reminds you of wasabi, but it doesn't really taste like it in any way. I can't really describe that very well because I'm not a food critic. But
It is still very edible. I will say that it is still very edible. But it really is, and I really cannot get the image out of my head like that. Like somebody had their hands dirty and just passed you an Oreo and you ate it and you were like,
and you're like, dude, wash your hands.
yeah, it's like, ugh.
Or
Okay.
don't stick your hands in your eyes with wasabi because then you're gonna go.
I
blind.
bought too many of these. I'm passing these around. I'm passing these around the office after this.
The other thing I think is really funny about this box, though, is I know you said you bought these on Taobao, and not to dismiss the reputation of Taobao, because of course everyone buys stuff on Taobao in China, and you said you bought from the official store. But I grew up in Hong Kong, so I have a pretty keen eye for stuff that's fake, because you can always tell when stuff is just a little bit off color-wise or printing-wise. If I saw this box, I would have thought this was counterfeit. Something about the printing, something about the coloring just looks
something about
slightly off.
Yeah, you're right, and something about the way that like the Oreo kind of is designed. Like the design sensibilities are a little bit strange.
Yeah, like the Oreo, there didn't seem to be as much filling as with the real Oreo, but then I may
That's
not
true
have eaten
too.
one in a while.
That's true too. But it is gourmet, so they had to kind of,
Also,
ration you.
Do we really want that much filling?
That's also fair.
And actually, the thing I'm really sad about for you is you don't have any water to wash this down with.
Yeah, someone took my water out of this room because I didn't have a cap on it, so
Good luck.
it's stuck in my teeth.
Oh, I like this show already. It's great.
That's great. Moving straight on to, so this month is Ghost Month, and that means that in Hong Kong and in Singapore and in a lot of places, you will get people just burning stuff on the side of the streets, and they're burning stuff to their ancestors. What I wanted to talk about was, I was doing a search on Taobao. Obviously, I've been on Taobao a lot lately.
Did you find any Oreos to burn?
Huh, funny that.
Do you want to damn your ancestors for eternity with
They're
it?
like, yay, Oreos! No, you sent me these.
You sent me
You
BO
sent me
Oreos.
these
What is
weird-
this?
Thank you for that. Really have to share these around the office now. I found a whole bunch of like Apple products you can burn. So I wanted your expert take on this. As you know, Abacus is our tech publication. Is a tech publication.
Yeah,
and they
so-
do consumer tech.
Yeah, we do consumer tech from China for a global audience. I'm also a total Apple nerd, so I'm looking at this stuff way, way, way too closely. Actually, do you have a bigger version of the picture?
Oh, you really wanna analyze
I
this?
really want to go deep into this.
Okay. Bigger version. So I'm just gonna show you.
Yeah, this is good.
I'm gonna show you the one that we're showing right now.
Yeah, so the one that's on screen right now.
That it just carouseled over.
Oh, that's fine. But we're gonna look at that first one, and other than the fact that it's clearly paper and therefore falling apart, not structurally sound.
This is an Apple Watch. This is an Apple Watch with the strap and everything.
Well, the strap is actually the bit that's the most wrong because it looks like it's trying to be the sports strap, which is the one I'm wearing right now, which has its weird kind of like a loopy system, but it's got a little buckle on it, just like a regular watch.
I want to point out, by the way, that it comes with a SIM card and
Well,
a SIM
and
card
a SIM
puller.
ejector tool.
And a SIM card ejector tool. Very, very considerate.
Well,
it comes with iTunes cards.
Well, just think about it, right? Like, you're there, you're in the afterlife, you get an iPhone, you get your SIM card, but you can't put the SIM card in because nobody burnt you a SIM ejector tool. It's so thoughtful.
It also came with, for some reason, a very old generation iPod Shuffle.
Yes.
And
what is that thing? What is the thing underneath the iPod Shuffle? I've never seen that before. That is not an Apple product.
That's an Apple TV remote.
But it
no, I don't know. I don't know
that.
what the hell that is.
But the thoroughness is amazing because you've got like a charger. Actually, you know what I bet that is? I bet that's a battery pack or something because it's China. You have to have battery packs for everything.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the earpods. Yeah, you got iTunes. So the iTunes appear to be in US dollars. Or they're just not much in Hong Kong dollars, but they appear to be US dollars. So
Mario says nice hat.
Thanks, Mario. What's up, dog?
Yes, and okay, moving on. So I also wanted to show you a string of. Okay, you might have to look over there, but this you can still burn an iPhone 4 today. Why would you do that? I feel like that's a slap in the face. Like, this is for an ancestor you didn't like.
Yeah, but old people don't like new like crazy technology. Right? Old people are all like, oh, give me the old thing, right?
Great, and it comes with like an accurate charger as well, like an accurate charging cable as well, right?
Like an OG.
Like an OG, and look at that.
The 30-pin charge. Oh,
the charger.
I mean, it's the wrong color, but otherwise the Apple logo.
I mean, this thing is made of paper. Do you guys understand what is happening here? Like, this is stuff that you burn for your ancestors in Chinese hell, and then they get it, right? This is the way it works.
So, then in Chinese hell, they can also still be on, like, Facebook and Weibo and something,
Yeah. Being on Facebook all day is hell anyway. So.
My grandfather's really into Facebook now. He's probably watching. I don't know. Like, he's really into Facebook right now. It's really funny because he was never really into computers in any way, shape, or form. But at any given time, I see him at home and he's just like, and I'm like,
well, there you go.
How did that happen?
So, okay, so now we are on the iPhone 6 Plus, I think. And I wanted to show you this because I thought the colors were very impressive.
The colors are impressive. I mean, it's paper, so you can't get the metallic sheen, obviously, because,
But it's impressive.
Possible.
They've got, like, the border and, they've bothered to give you the correct tone as well.
Well,
I saw some very bright ones.
But that's the thing that then disappoints me because I'm so picky about this is like,
of course,
okay, they've given you the right tones for the colors, but they haven't done so for the Apple logo because the Apple logo on the silver one is the correct silver tone. On the other ones, it's white. It's not white. It's like it's like a reflective silver. Like
look, the silver is silver. The silver
is that's what I mean. They got it right on that one, so why couldn't they get it right on the other ones? Detailed, man.
This is the iPhone 6 Plus. It's been a while, right? Have you forgotten?
Yeah, detail. No, I have not forgotten. Also, look, if that one if the one in the middle has it, why are the other one's different? Gotta get details.
This one is very detailed. I wanted to show this one. This one is like an iPhone.
I think it's. I don't think that's an iPhone that's ever been released because there's no bezel on the sides.
Okay.
Again, I'm taking this to levels far beyond.
No, please.
The
this is exactly why.
But
you're here.
you notice the iPhone side bezels are too thin there. It normally has thicker bezels than that. I have a funny feeling the fingerprint sensor doesn't actually work as a fingerprint sensor. I don't know what's giving me that idea.
I think in hell you don't have fingerprints anyway because it gets burned off.
That's true. So what you're saying is Face ID would be great in hell.
Face ID would be great in hell. It would be very useful, but you wouldn't have eyebrows in hell either. I think they get singed off. So.
But would you have hair? Or does that go too?
I don't know.
Well, hats, dudes.
Hats.
I'm not trying to hide my bald spot. I promise.
You guys should burn hats for your ancestors. That's what they need down there. I was very impressed that. Okay, so see, this is an example of the wrong color. I've never seen that pink before.
Yeah, but you know what? It's wish fulfillment, right? Like, hey,
This is the iPhone 10, by the way.
Yeah, I know. So
very cool, right?
And by the way, you said iPhone 10, not iPhone X. Wow, I'm impressed right now. Because
yeah.
everyone just says X, but no, they just.
Well, everyone says X, but you know, thanks to about a decade of tech reporting, I know a little bit about these tech things.
Oh, it's not that. It's just
no,
everybody says X.
No, you're right.
Like,
but it's also like a humongous pet peeve of mine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like when people do capital I lowercase p phone. Yeah. Right. Or X dash box. No. Yeah. That drives me
Xbox
nuts.
numeral 1.
Oh god.
But look at that! It looks so good. The iPhone 10 looks so good.
Yeah, they got the right wallpaper and everything. It's actually it's really funny. But yeah, like wish fulfillment, right? So hey, you wanted a pink iPhone, Apple doesn't make it, we make it. You'll have one in the afterlife. It's all good, right? It's great.
I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it looks like it even comes with a case.
I laugh like
Yeah,
Mario.
it looks like. Apparently you do.
Like so, like I laugh like which Mario? Like your Mario or Mario?
Does Mario laugh? He doesn't. He just like. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Winnie the Pooh.
I don't think he.
No, I was thinking
maybe
of,
in Mario Party,
but that's Winnie the Pooh. that's not Mario, right? That's
maybe in
Winnie
Mario
the Pooh.
Party. Maybe Mario Party. I can't really remember. But I don't think I see Mario laughing
Like,
at them.
I mean, he doesn't. Like, I mean, it seems a bit intense, right? To like kill someone and be like, ah, like that's not.
I mean, no one ever really dies.
Why do
in the
I
Mushroom
think his
Kingdom.
voice is high like that? Is his voice high like that?
Yeah, it is.
It's like Mitsumi, right? It's
He's
his
an old.
voice, right?
He's like an old American Italian guy who can lower his voice to crazy degrees.
Okay, apart from the fact that you're a big Apple fanboy, I wanted to also show you some other Samsung things that you can burn because you don't want to go to hell. I mean, you don't want to go to hell and like be away from the Android ecosystem. I think, you know.
I mean, surely hell is the Android ecosystem.
Oh,
That was so easy though. It was right there. It was right there.
you can see that this is pretty good. They've got the This is the Samsung with the. Oh no, we've moved on to like a raft of lousy Samsungs you can.
Well, also I
send.
love how they've given you SD cards as well because you know you're gonna need some photo storage now.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, they've given you 2 SD cards. Very, very generous. They are 128 gig, by the way.
Oh, that is quite generous.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, if you know, you may as well just put 1 terabyte.
Actually,
on it
I
while you're
think
at
these
it.
2 phones that come with the package don't actually support 128 gig. That's the thing. I think they go up to maximum 64 or 32. That's the big joke. Oh shit, that's why I tell.
No,
You burn
yeah.
it, and you're like, yes, SD cards, not support.
They don't work. No.
Yeah. Oh, I think those are sick. Yeah.
And there's an iPhone 4 thrown in there too.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Okay.
But, so,
Anyway.
speaking of stuff you see people burn, have you ever seen the Rolls Royce? I should have brought a picture, but I didn't.
Oh no, I actually have a whole bunch of other things that I can show you.
Because the Rolls Royce is my favorite one, like a giant, proper, like Rolls Royce. Yeah, someone burnt like a full size,
What do you mean, like a real, like in real life?
like
size?
a paper Rolls Royce, like a full size paper one, so
Oh.
that they're. But I mean, I think the funny thing about that is like, who drives their own Rolls Royce in Hong Kong? Like, sure, did you burn a chauffeur with it or what? Like,
You can do that, right? You can burn.
burn a chauffeur?
No, yeah.
Oh,
You can
wow,
burn a
that's messed
mansion.
up.
You can burn a mansion with like printouts of little people, and those are your servants.
Because yes, hell is having to drive your own Rolls Royce and clean your own house.
I just realized this entire time the mic was covering the logo on my shirt. This is. I mean, I put on this shirt for a reason. I'm gonna move this here.
Life goals
Live goals.
need to be branded.
It's a great shirt. Look at that.
Yeah, we didn't get any swag. How come you guys got swag?
Because we're cool.
We got no swag. I'm really disappointed by this. Like, I want swag.
Ta-da! And it's gold too. And it's gold. See, it's
Gold
shines.
thread, but it wasn't made with gold threads, though. Right?
Oh,
It's kind of painted on.
that's sad. Thank you. I wanted to tell everybody about the awesome new Mavic as well, and Ravi has like first impressions of it but first I want to show them the great time lapse. There's a hyperlapse mode, right?
Yes.
Is that new, by the way? Is that
it's-
new in the? So can you introduce the Mavic a little
Okay,
bit?
so the Mavic is DJI's. Well, the original Mavic was DJI's most popular consumer drone because it was all the power of like the Phantom, but in a really small. Pocketable is too strong, but a really portable size.
Well, if you wear cargo pants, they're pocketable.
Yeah, and I actually do wear cargo shorts all the time because I'm
Ta-da!
old. But like so, the Mavic 2, which I think Victor has a picture of, I'll show you now. The Mavic 2 comes in 2 different configurations. It's basically everything that the Mavic 1 was, but everything is upgraded. So it's faster, the battery lasts longer, the cameras are better in whichever way. And this is really minor, but the remote control has removable thumbsticks, which is wonderful.
What do you need to remove the thumbsticks for?
Because the thumbsticks are really kind of grippy, so whenever you put them in a bag, they kind of rip the lining of any bag that they're in.
Whoa, what are they made of?
Well, they're really kind of they're sharp metal, just to kind of grip onto your finger. So they kind of like I said, they rip bags. It's really annoying. But now you can remove them, so you can store them easier, and it's great. Yeah, so that's
that's a very nice detail.
So the Mavic 2 comes in 2 different configurations. There's the zoom, which has a zoom lens.
Okay.
It's the same camera sensor as the original Mavic 1, but with a zoom lens. The Mavic 2 Pro, which is a bit of a weird, it's not the Mavic Pro 2, it's the Mavic 2 Pro.
Sure.
The Mavic 2 Pro comes with a 1-inch Hasselblad sensor. So for my boy Thomas out there, he's probably somewhere outside shouting, Hasselblad! Because he's really excited about it. He's really excited about it. Hasselblad! Anyway, the Mavic, and that sensor is crazy. It's crazy. It's a 1-inch sensor, so the low light performance is amazing. With the first Mavic, I flew it at night. The first time I got it, I didn't want to screw around with it. I wanted to kind of practice in a safe space, so I kind of went up this park in the middle of the night and flew it in the dark, and then realized I couldn't see anything out of it. With this, the pictures at night are so clear. It's staggering.
Because of the big sensor, or it's got a big.
I guess the big sensor and other things. I'm not that into exactly how cameras work to tell you exactly why the low light is so good. All I know is it's really good.
Okay.
So that's great and that's wonderful. But the other thing is both of them have this hyperlapse mode, which I think Victor's about to queue up and show you. And it shoots it automatically. It's super easy. It's like 3 taps and you go. It's amazing. There's so many videos like this that you can make and they just look awesome.
Oh, so that really opens up quite a lot of possibilities, right? I mean, you could always edit a hyperlapse, but why get into it, right?
And also this does it on the fly. I got and reviewed this video in the air. I chose my spot, did it. It flies for 6 minutes, and you just kind of just stand around waiting. And then you look at it. It stitches it together in about 30 seconds on the drone itself and sends it back to you. And it's awesome.
Incredible. I can see the boats kind of flying past.
You can see the boats. You can see if you can see the people swimming. You can see people jumping into the water. Here, actually, the funny thing is on the extreme left side, you can see me pacing back and forth.
Really?
Yeah, somewhere there, you see me pacing back and forth because you're sitting there for 6 minutes while you wait for the video to record itself. So I'm just I don't want to stand still.
That's amazing.
No, it's fun. It's always I do this because I love gadgets. I love technology, and as fun as it is when you have something really bad to trash it, make fun of it. It's also really fun when you have something that's really,
location,
really
by
good.
the way, I thought that location looked.
Which one, the dam or the beach?
The dam.
The dam is Titan Reservoir.
Oh. Okay.
And the beach is Deepwater Bay.
Okay.
But so as fun as it is to rip something apart that's really bad, when something's really, really good at the same time, you're really excited about that. And this is really good and almost.
Nick says Mavic 2 Pro.
Yeah, Mavic 2 Pro. Also, there we go. Hasselblad. I told you. Hasselblad. But yeah, when you get something that's really good in every way, it's a delight. It's a genuine delight to play with something like that. Unfortunately, I would have shown it to you today, but I don't have it. I kind of did something really bad, and I lost the drone.
How did you lose it?
I wasn't paying attention to where I was flying, and I think I crashed it into the sea, unfortunately, which is really disappointing because it wasn't ours. We were loaned it, so I'm deeply apologetic for all of that. And the second thing is, what was I saying? Second thing is, I've flown drones for over 30 hours. It drives me crazy that how could I be so silly not to pay attention to my surroundings? So it's a lesson for all of us not to get too cocky with them, no matter how often you fly.
Don't these things have a sensor?
They do, but I turned it off for sport mode.
What is sport mode?
So sport mode makes it go way, way, way faster. at the expense of the sensors, because when you're going that fast, you can't really sense things and stop in time. And I hadn't really tested sport mode out before, so I thought I'd flick it onto sport and give it a whirl and see how it goes. Of course, when you do that, you have to be a bit more responsible, and I wasn't. And I'm really, 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 really upset about that, and I'm really, really sorry to our friends at DJI, because it's just stupid. I mean, it's funny because a lot of my friends have lost drones in various ways and various reasons, and you don't think it'll happen to you until it actually happens to you. And I think the worst thing is, as far as I can tell, it did nothing wrong. I was the one that did everything wrong. So I'm really annoyed by that still. Also because it's so beautiful. It's such a good drone. It's so beautiful.
It's what's the reason you would get one of those and not like over
the Mavic? So I think the Mavic one is probably, I don't think they've stopped selling it, but it probably will go out of stock because it's in a weird position. It's between the Air and the Pro, right? The Air is a really good entry level model. If you've never had a drone before and you want to use a drone for the first time, the Air is the one to get, because it's super, super small. Like, that one is verging on actually pocketable. I think it's actually even smaller than to me, when it folds up, it's almost as small as the Spark even, which is DJI super low end drone. Shoots 4K video, decent range. That's a pretty good drone, and it's, I think, about $800. This starts at $1,200 to $1,400.
Are we talking USD?
US dollars, sorry. So it's a lot of money, but like I said, the battery life is amazing. The range is great. What was I gonna say? Battery life's great, range is great. It's much faster. So again, you just end up covering more ground in your flights, because even though like my flights have only been a couple minutes longer than the Mavic 1, I'm flying for 1.5 kilometers more than I am with the Mavic 1 in that time. So that really helps. And the sensor is just amazing. I think being able to take great low light pictures, especially in Hong Kong, which is such a stunning city at night, that's great. That's great.
Mario says, dude, I lost a drone too, and that is not amusing because...
Was it one of yours?
The only one that Goldthread had. So he lost it on the first flight out.
Oh, wow. Wow. See, like, here's the thing. 3 days ago, this would be a fun... Like, I'd be laughing, it's hilarious or whatever. But, that ain't fun anymore. That ain't fun anymore. Mario. Serious face.
I also wanted to talk about HoloLens, actually. You were...
Oh, yeah. So, we had the chance to play with HoloLens and Magic Leap a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, I couldn't really use Magic Leap properly because I wear glasses. And
you want to explain what Magic Leap and HoloLens are?
Oh, sorry, good idea. So
it's not abacus. This is not an abacus session. What the hell?
Okay, Magic Leap and HoloLens are two augmented reality or AR headsets. The idea is you put them on. Unlike VR, you can still see the world around you. I can still see Victoria. I can still see the lights and the camera and all the stuff. But it'll layer things on there. Not like Google Glass, which just kind of like shows notifications on the screen. It'll layer supposedly real objects in here. So for instance, if I wanted to put an extra monitor for your computer like here, it would put a virtual screen there. And if I was to move my head, the screen would remain there in that position. Unlike,
that's very cool.
With Google Glass, it just kind of puts a notification in the top corner of your screen. And again, wherever you look, it's always in the top corner of your screen.
I don't like Google Glass. Like, it makes my eyeballs very tired.
I never actually got to use it.
Does that make sense? Like, imagine looking extreme up and to the right all the time.
In a weird way, I feel like the Apple Watch is a successor to the Google Glass, because Google Glass is all about notifications, right? It's all about just giving you, okay, what's happening now without having to look anywhere else. This gives me notifications without having to look at my phone.
That's true. But the idea, right, behind Google Glass is that it's supposed to be a lot more seamless to your life, right? So you're supposed to get a notification, almost like the way it is on your desktop, for example. And then you just move on with your life. But with the Apple phone, people poke at it. Once you have to poke at it...
No, with the watch, I don't. With the watch, I don't really poke at it. What I do with the watch is just basically triaging notifications. So, for instance, I'll admit, even during this buzzes. Quick glance, it's like, is that important? Not important. Cool. I can move on. Is it important? Not important. Oh, it's important. Hang on, I got to deal with this right now. Then I'll go to my phone. I think that's all it is. It's just kind of a heads up of like, our phone. Well, I don't know about you, but I have so many apps, and my phone is buzzing like,
I know.
Every less than every 10 minutes. So at least this way, it's like, nope. Oh my God, it's the boss, and he wants something really badly, right? Or something like, or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's Google Glass still is just something which kind of just sits in front of your eye, whereas this is a kind of virtual object that tries to be a real object. Like it tries to be something that is actually there. Like other examples where I think Microsoft showed off a HoloLens demo where you can build a Minecraft world on this table, and it would be actually kind of on this table. So again, if I was to move my head this way, it would look like it's remaining on the table. So we got the chance to try out both Magic Leap, which is this super hyped AR solution that a whole bunch of huge companies have invested in, including Google, and Microsoft's HoloLens, which came out way before. Unfortunately, I can't really give you proper impressions of Magic Leap because I'm wearing glasses, and I tried to use it with my glasses on, and it didn't really work. Magic Leap says that you'll be able to get prescription lenses and fit them into the frame, but A, that seems like way too much work to me, and B, they weren't ready. So, and they don't have my, my crazy bad eyesight. So I couldn't really use. I can't really give you impressions of that. HoloLens though was quite cool. I think the thing which disappointed me a bit was the images are very ghostly. You can still see through them quite a bit. So even though, for instance, I took, one of the demos was just taking objects and placing them in the world, and I took a space shuttle and kind of just put the space shuttle here.
Okay. And you can see through it.
You can still see. It's not entirely, but you can sort of see through it. It's like I said, it's a bit ghostly. So it just gives it the effect that it's not really there.
Like that. I mean, that's the Minority Report dream, right? That that thing, and then he flicks through it, and they're all ghostly images because that's how you show the movie audience that it's not real. They're
ghostly images because they can't make them proper full. But yeah. But so the thing that was really cool about HoloLens though was Magic Leap uses a wand, a controller to. Oh, cool. Yeah. So everything is self-contained in that HoloLens headset you're seeing now. The computer itself is there on the band that you're wearing. It's not that uncomfortable, but it is a bit heavy. The cool thing with HoloLens versus Magic Leap, you have like a wand that you use to point and like choose the interface. With HoloLens, it tracks your hands. And what I thought was really
what am I looking at? That's like what a guy, like a bad guy, like what a bad guy wears in like a Marvel, like what a bad guy Marvel character.
That looks sinister AF. But that's the Magic Leap headset. The advantage to the Magic Leap headset, what you can't see there is the computer is on like this little puck-shaped thing, which clips to your belt, which sounds dorky, but it actually really helps because your head is sensitive to weight.
All of this is dorky. Come on.
Yeah, it really is. But like your head is really sensitive to weight, so being able to reduce the weight in any way helps Magic Leap feel a lot better on your head than like HoloLens does.
Tell me about the Chinese connection between this stuff.
There isn't really one with HoloLens. It was just a question of a lot of Chinese companies are getting into this space, so we wanted to experience kind of what the best in class was.
What do you think? Yeah, so like, what do you think? Is there anything unusual that's coming out of the Chinese space?
In this, no. Everyone's kind of following the lead of these guys because these guys haven't really figured it out either. They're the closest to figuring it out, but they haven't really figured it out.
So there's
either.
No point, there's no point building upon it. They can't build upon it yet.
Well, I think you got to perfect the tech first and then do it. So, for instance, the one thing that they don't show you in all the demos of these things are the field of view is really limited. So, again, they'll show you demos where like they'll put giant 100-inch screens on the wall, but because you only see like this much of your vision is AR enabled, you won't see all 100 inches of that screen unless you're standing way far back. If you're standing next to it, you only see this little sliver of it. So that's the one. That's not the one. That's the biggest issue right now that everyone has to solve. Magic Leap hasn't solved it. HoloLens hasn't solved it. So when they figure that out, I think we'll get more players in. I mean, because this is something that Apple is apparently working on.
Okay.
And I don't know how they solve the weight and the conspicuousness of it because you're not going to wear that thing all day.
It just occurred to me, just like talking about all this stuff, it just occurred to me that I did not see. I mean, just going back to the last thing we were talking about, which is Ghost Month. I haven't seen any burnable drones or like burnable AR headsets.
I have seen a burnable drone. I've seen a burnable Phantom. Yeah.
That just seems like a very un-Hell-like thing to do.
I mean, I guess Hell has really strict flight laws.
Before we go, let me ask you about flight laws a little bit. Do you have to be a licensed flyer?
Not in Hong Kong, but in Hong Kong it depends. Hong Kong is pretty restrictive. You have to be within visual range of the drone, which is very difficult because the smaller these drones get, the harder they are to spot at like absurdly short distances.
Okay.
So that's one of the big ones. Can't be over 92 meters in the air, which fair enough. There's a lot of helicopters, especially around by the harbor. And Hong Kong obviously has very strict rules about where you can and can't fly.
Okay.
For instance, like the almost the entire harbor is a locked off area. But at the same time, there are like model aircraft enthusiasts in Hong Kong. So you just go to where they go, and that's a guaranteed kind of safe spot. Of course, the problem with that is you don't really want to fly where they're flying because you don't want to crash into them and all that stuff. But so there's a really great spot that I like to go to by Clearwater Bay near the golf club. But every time I go there, there's all these people flying model planes. I'm like, can I get up in here? I'm just gonna hover in spot. It's fine. Like, no. What surprised me actually is there a bunch of people like to fly model planes by the container port on weekends. I didn't think that was. I mean, it's not marked as a no-go zone, but it seems like it should be somehow, right? Like it's.
Yeah, it just seems like
One of the world's busiest container ports. It just seems like a. But I drive by there all the time on my way back to my parents' house. So, I see people flying model planes there every weekend.
Oh, well, maybe you'll see the rules change in a bit, so you better get your flying in. Anyway, so I wanted to thank... No more.
Okay,
no
good.
more. I just wanted to end for everybody. This was the main point of getting you here, but I'm really happy that we managed to geek out.
I'm really happy we managed to geek out too.
As
This is
usual,
always fun.
as usual.
And
We
the
always geek out.
Here's the
about
thing:
these
we
things.
haven't even talked about games at all. Like, and so as soon as this ends, we need to talk about Spider-Man, which is just out on PS4 tomorrow.
Just waft it.
Oh, and the combo
Yeah.
is weird. It's like it's like a little bit toothpastey and body odor. Right?
Nice.
Again, like it's not
It's
a
just
good
like
mix.
minty body odor. Nice. Thank you all for being with us today. And
Thank you for having me. It's been great. Yeah.
so, while if you like these things, besides tuning into more Goldthread stuff, please also tune in to Abacus. Abacus streams twice a week, 3 times a week on Twitch.
2 or 3 times a week on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been on. You'll
I've
be
been
on
on.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be on again. It'll be great.
I want to
fun.
play a game that I actually know how to play this time.
Well, so we're opening up the arcade here in the office, and we might move up there to see how the setup will work.
Okay, sweet. So, thank you, and see you next week.
You've been watching Late Night with Goldthread. Thank you and come again.